Okay, I'm on another stream right now. I just set up another one. I just started another stream. The stream is bad too. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, folks. Hang on a second here. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I don't know what's going on with the stream, folks. I can see myself, but you can't see me. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. All good. All right, it's all good. Okay, can you see me now? It's darker than the last one. Sandra's saying they can see me now, so I don't know what's going on here. All good now. Okay, so Quinn is saying it's all good now. All right. So, okay. Wave back. Two other. Okay, so as long as okay, looks like okay. So you can see me now. Josh Garcia is here. Welcome. Who else we got? James Severin is here. Welcome. Krellbar is here. Scott DeFuke. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Apologize, folks. There. I don't know exactly what just happened. I have absolutely no idea. Yes. Yes, I am dressed, DJ. Yes. Oh, it started thundering. Okay. Yeah, I hope you're okay there, Bruce. Audio, okay. So I'm just going back up. All right, let's start this over again. All right. Okay. All right, let's start this over again. So, yeah, so the reason for the video is I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you've gone and you've looked at or gone through some of your instruments and actually taken them out and played around with them. Now, if you've done that, what do you notice? Do you notice that okay. So if you've done that, and I'm catching up here on the chat, let me just pop this chat out again here, folks. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. Okay, now I got the new chat up. You just read my comment from the other stream. Okay, so I'm on the new stream now. Snack cakes. Okay, beg your pardon. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you now. I'm with you now. All right. Okay, let's get back into the show. I don't know what the hell just happened, but let's get back into the show. Okay, cool. So, if you've ever done that and taken the time to go through all your instruments, which I did because I went through and I didn't go through all of them. I just went through my Gibsons. And because somebody asked me to, can you do a walkthrough of all your Gibsons? And I can't remember who that was. And I went through it. But here's what I realized as I went through them. There were guitars there that I hadn't touched. Yeah, an internet hack as well. Yeah, that's right, Crowbar. There are guitars there that I haven't touched in a long time. Okay. And then it got to a point where I start thinking, you know, is this enough? When is it enough? When do you have enough? How long how long does it need to be um between having guitars when you decide that maybe I don't need that guitar? Like what's the window of time? If you don't have it for if you don't play it for like a month, 2 months, 6 months, when is that window where you think, you know what, maybe I own too many, because if they sit for that amount of time, my question is it worth having? So what is that line? What is that point at which having, X amount is too many? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 15? Is it 20? What is it? Now, I actually put a poll. Unfortunately, it's not going to work now because the poll was on the previous video that didn't work. This is number 2. Um, but what is that barrier, let's say, you know? Because I found that, like, that was something that I started thinking about when I went through the 7 that I had. And those 7 are the ones that by far I play the most. That being said, there's ones in there that I probably haven't played for about 6 months. So that's a discussion I want to have today. Like, when is the cutoff? When is it too many? When is it too many? And what's your criteria? Is it, if I haven't played it for a year, it's not worth having? Is it 6 months? Like, what is it? And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to go back and I'm going to say hello because I know a lot of you jumped over and a lot of new people popped in. And I want to say hello to everybody in this chat right here. Oh man, we got a whole whack of people in here. Lars Guitar is here. How are you? ChickNGuitars. Nice to see you. Justin Cox is in here. Thrash Metal. How's it going? Mitch Heyman says he can see me. That's awesome. Thank you. Justin Cox, thank you as also. EJ Guitar, I can see you. Check the chat. Okay, cool. Guitar did it's good. Okay, thank God. Janice Lala, welcome. Okay. Ivan Carter, how are you? All good in the hood. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. Ron Limber is here. Gary Tholander, nice to see you. We can see and hear you. Thank you, Nocturnal. Yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened. That was weird. That's never happened before. Lando, hey man. Hey Lando27, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Krellbar is here. David Ennis, welcome David Ennis. Okay, Brian Cote saw the teddy bear. That's a good sign. Guitarded is here. Fred Fritch. I'm on live too, yes. Okay, yeah, okay. Pete Hickson, how are you? Yeah, sorry, Pete. I had some technical baloney going on. Okay, Mike is himself. How are you? Queen Bee is here. Happy sunny Thursday. All the very best. Thank you, Marco's Images. Nice to see you. Jamal, hey man. Ron Gillespie. Hugh Caldwell. Matthew Lamoth. Bobby Clipper. Oh my God. It's just jumped on me again. Rick Hefner is here. Timothy Lynch, welcome. Van Mozzie is here. Yeah, thanks for that, Nocturnal. Appreciate it. Stephen S., welcome. Okay, now I'm a little discombobulated here, folks. I'm not sure what chat I'm supposed to be looking at. Let me just go back to my YouTube and see what's actually working here. Just bear with me. Go back to my YouTube and see what's actually. Okay, looks like I'm on live number 2. JJK House of Harleys, how are you? Marsman is here. So, folks, so the question is, how many guitars is too many guitars? Or better yet, how long, Josh Garcia, welcome, if I haven't said hello, how long is the span between you playing one to another where it gets to a point where like you're like, you know what, do I really need that extra guitar? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Because after doing that video and realizing that I've got so many guitars that I like and I play, and in realizing that those are the ones that I'm always going to play, why would I want to have all those other ones? So I'm almost thinking about doing like a, and I was going to sell just one, but I might sell three of them. I don't know. EJ's guitar says this one. Hey, Mark Dillon, how are you? Yeah, I'm just seeing what you guys are saying here in the chat. When you find the one that molds to you, it's, well, Justin Cox, there's more than one that molds to me, unfortunately. There's a lot of them that are home base for me for different reasons. So, hey, Angelo J. Ricchetti, how are you? I rock the blues. How's it going? The modded classic I have is awesome. Yeah, that modded classic, I'll tell you the story with that modded classic. What happened was I was on the search for a like I guess plain top like Honeyburst. I kind of wanted a Jimmy Page looking guitar. Um and the classic came up and then I went and I played it, and at the time I had a classic pro, I believe. Cherry red one, and it had Burstbucker Pros in it. And what I did was I went to the store and I A-B'd it with that classic, the one I own. And those Sheptone pickups just killed it. So it's like I literally traded in a Les Paul for a Les Paul. That's what I did with that, how I got that guitar. And I got some videos with that guitar, live stuff, with Rebel Charm, and that thing just, it's got those low output pickups, those Sheptone pickups. If you're not familiar with Sheptone, folks, you should check them out. They're fantastic. They're really good low output pickups. Really, really good. Okay, Matthew Lamont says, oh man, his chat is just jumping. Okay, there he goes. I say 6 months. If you don't play within that time, sell it so someone else can enjoy it. You know, I agree with that. I don't know. I have this stupid thing in my head that guitars are built and they're meant to be played. And if you're not playing them, then somebody else should be enjoying them. Like, I don't like the idea. This is just me again, okay? Just my opinion. But guitars, I call them, if they're not being played, they're furniture, right? You know, if they're not being used, they should be played. I buy guitars to play them, not to have them. I'm not a collector. I'm a player. So if they're not being used, they should be sold. Okay, 6 months sounds like a pretty good window. Gary Holt is here. Welcome. Brian Stewart, sell three and get a custom shop. So Brian Stewart, so here's what I was saying earlier about the custom shop idea with guitars. Like, I'm a gigging guy, and I have a rule that if I don't gig with it, I don't keep it. So I can't imagine gigging with a custom shop guitar. So anything custom shop, because I would like at some point to have an R something, probably an RO, or maybe even an R9, depending on the neck. But I don't see myself owning something like that until I'm basically retired from gigging. And then I could see Brian selling more than three. I'll probably only keep three, and then just have that that one good guitar to play with at home. David's guitars, I might go months without playing certain guitar, but then I'll pick it up and play it for a month or two. Yeah, I kind of do that as well, Davard. I kind of do that as well. Todd Groff is here. Welcome. Tough question. It's nice to switch guitars. Maybe have 2 or 3 main axes plus some backups. Yeah, but how many backups do you need, Todd Graff? That's the question. Wolverella, guitar hack. That's a hard question. If you're married, to, if you're solo, you can handle. Oh yeah, that's a whole other can of worms, buddy. Mitch Heyman, it's all subjective. I have 8, and about 2 of them are cheap, and I don't want to get rid of any at this time. Okay, all right. As long as you enjoy them all and they all get played, whether you have played one for a while or not is irrelevant. If they offer something none of your other guitarists can do, Guitar Hack. Well, that's the thing. Like, I look at, have I got all the bases covered? So for me, and again, everyone is different. For me, the bases are, I want a really good humbucking sound. I want a good P90 sound. Um, and I got a lot of flavors of humbucker sounds at this point. And I got my P90 sound. And then I know this horse has been dead because I've been beating it forever. But again, the Firebird, my God, like that's a whole other beast, whole other uh you know, variety of sounds with that. And then you throw an SG in there, you know. So really what I don't have, well, I have, but I'm thinking about getting rid of, and I'm not saying this negatively in any way, shape, or form towards Fender, but I think all my Fenders are gonna go. You know, because I've got enough variety with my Gibsons that I don't think I want to own any Fenders. And my Music Man as well. Those would be the ones that would go. You want them all, Charles Green. Well, we all want them all, man. That's the thing, right? But I got a small house and very limited incomes at this point, so you can't have them all, man. I can't have them all anyway. Leave them all out so you can access. Yeah, Bobby, if I had a bigger home and I could leave them all out, I would do that. But I just got this one tiny room dedicated to music, and it can't leave this space. So, um, more guitars, sure, sure, Joe Hervey. How do you like? Oh, Hack, how do you like your setup action neck relief? Um, I Mike as himself. I play nines. I put nines on all my guitars. I don't vary the gauge for scale length because I have a Strat and I have a Tele as well. I basically put nines on them all. Action as low as it can go before it obviously buzzes out, and just a slight relief in the neck. So I basically set them up so that they basically play themselves. And the reason I do that is I've talked about this a few times on the channel. I got pretty weak fingers and I gig a lot, and I want to have enough juice that I can play have as much energy in the first set as I have in a third set. And just very recently, 2 weeks ago, I did 3 gigs in 3 days, and those guitars had to be really not labor intensive, if that's a term for guitar playing, so that I could play them the 3 nights and not have any issues. So hopefully that answers your question. Guitar Hike, you can't honeymoon with the new guitar against time not spent with the others. Yeah, that's true. Janice traded my SG for a drum set, never looked back. I think I would have stuck with the SG, but that's just me. I love SGs, folks. So, but again, you know, everyone's got their thing. If your children are making bracelets out of old guitar strings, you may have too many guitars. That's possible, Crowbar. Sure. Ben Coombs, I have guitars I rarely play, but I won't part with them as they're unique. Guitar Hack, others are just work tools to be used or replaced. Yeah, so what I'm getting at, I guess, Ben, is I want to just have work tools and nothing else. You know, I mean, I get, if you're a professional musician and you do a lot of recording and stuff, yeah, you need all the different flavors. But again, I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. For what I do in gigging, I think I got more than enough to satisfy that need. So I have, wow, Hugh Caldwell. I have 22 and realized that my stand that holds 7 guitars is probably perfect. Yeah, 7 seems to be a pretty good number. Guitar Hack, live within your means. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Yeah, Dry Heat. I totally agree with that. Yeah. As many as you can hide from the spouse. Well, that doesn't work in this house, ChickNGuitars, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, Broxel is here. Welcome, Broxel. And it just jumped on me again, folks. Sorry about that. It just jumped on me. I'm just trying to catch back up again here. 72 people watching. That's awesome. Thank you all so much for watching, folks. I apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. I don't know what the hell happened. Okay, I've caught up to the chat. Okay, cool. Blasty is here. How are you? You know what, Blasty? Blasty makes a good point. I've started selling a few of my guitars because I'm afraid that I'll pass away and my family will sell them to a pawn shop for $100 a piece. That's the other thing too. That's why I think about, not so much now, but when I retire from gigging, which hopefully will be in a few years yet, because I still, I'm still able to do it. I'm gonna sell. I'll probably just keep 3, or just have 3, and I'm gonna sell everything else, because they won't know what the hell to do with all these guitars. Not to mention all the pedals behind me and amps and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm really gonna slim right down. But that's a really good point. You know. Okay, so Matthew Lamothe makes also a good point. I love so many guitars, but the fact of the matter is, when it comes to live playing, my 75 Aria Les Paul is really the only guitar I need. So for me, that's like, that would be like my Blackie, right? Because 9 times out of 10, I'll just use Blackie. Brad Miller, I have had 2 in the closet I'll never get rid of: my Kramer Night Swan and my Charvel model. 3 don't play them a lot, but who cares? Yeah, if you got the space, why not? I'm good today, Braxel. I know I did not have ribeye. Braxel, I'll send you my address, man. You want to send me some ribeye? I'll put that out there again, buddy. My guitars are completely different. I personally wouldn't have 3 of the same guitars. Guitar hack. Yeah, well, I'm guilty of having 4 Les Pauls, but I can honestly tell you, and I've shot video where I've A/B 2 of them, and you can hear the difference between those Les Pauls. They are the same model, but they are different, and they sound different, and they feel different. Okay, and when you A/B them, as I did, and that's why I posted the video, and I actually asked it, why do you need more than 1 Les Paul? Hopefully that video answered the question. That video is in my demos playlist if anybody wants to check that out. So I think even if they're the same model, they will be different, if they're different years and such, right? Okay, let me get caught up here. Crowbar plays and collects, okay. JJK, if you like it, don't sell it, okay. Hack, can you be both? I don't know what you're asking there, Joe Hervey. If you wanna clarify that question. There's more guitars than guitar players. That is for sure, Zim. You got that right, man. I wouldn't sell a guitar if it's unique, Bam Ozzy. Yeah, I don't like single cuts. I may not play it for a year, but then suddenly I want a single cut. Well, there's always those urges, right? There's always those urges. It's like you get that feeling, and you all of a sudden you grab something. And Brian Cote, I'd be fine with my R9 Friedman Strat and my Sir Telly. That would cover everything. Yeah, there you go. So Brian, you've nailed it down at 3. That's awesome. Todd Flowers, I play 2 or 3 every day. Rotating through my collection takes a while. The one good thing I will say, though, about about having a bunch of instruments is, and I discovered that when I shot the video, and I just went through my Gibsons, is when I pick one up that I haven't picked up in a while, man, it's brand new again. It's like, man, it's like a new guitar. It's like you know what I mean? It's like you rediscover how great the guitar is again. So that's one definite plus of having multiple instruments. You know. Oh, Nocturnal, Eric's starting to feel the same way. If he's not playing it and it's nothing special to him, it's sold. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay, sorry, folks. I'm catching up here. Quentin James, I'm not buying a $5,000 guitar. I play my guitars. I'm not really easy on them. Yeah, if you beat them up, Quentin. You know what, Quentin? People should send you their brand new guitars, let you have them for like 6 months, and then you give them back and you charge them $1,000 because now they are relicked. Quentin Relic Guitars. There's the name of your shop right there, buddy. Ron Limber, I'll probably give them away. You're in denial. You're a wannabe collector. You like them. I I think I'm switching from collector to more just practicality. Hey, Wizard One Music says 3. Guitar, when I don't play one of my guitars for a few months and then pick it up and play it, I remember what. Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, I was saying that. It's always nice to have a few that you haven't played in a while. Yeah, blasphemy, I say. Blasty, the quality of cheap guitars has gotten so good that I see no reason to spend a fortune on one. I don't know. I haven't come across those yet. I still, and this is probably a bad example, but I'll use Chapman. They're a little less expensive, but I haven't played a good one yet. That being said, though, the Player Series, the Fenders are good. So yeah. Gary Holt, it depends on what point you become a collector. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to not be a collector. I want to be a user of instruments. Wolverella, every morning when I wake, the first thing I do is kiss my son's picture. Then I thank God that I am alive. I strum every guitar at least once, also tune them all. Then I begin my day. That's awesome, Wolverella. Wow, that's a great routine, buddy. Well, they all get played, man. Brian Cote, I would gig with my R9, no problem. So, Brian, I'm going to take you to some of the bars I play, and I want you to make that same statement. I want to see if you'll make that same statement. That's funny. I would have used it at the yacht club last week. EJ, my guitar collection is fulfillment of my teenage dreams. As long as I can afford them, I want them all. Yeah, that's why I've got so many Les Pauls, because I always said when I was a kid I wanted 3 Les Pauls. Basically everything that Ace Frehley played. So a cherry, a tobacco, and a black one. I have the cherry, I have the black one, I don't have the tobacco. So that's the missing one there. Okay. Todd Flowers, you need some Gretsch pups, Trons. Yeah, I don't know. I like Gretsch. I've tried Gretsch enough times. I wouldn't want, let's put it this way, I don't want a Gretsch pup in anything but a Gretsch. And I've still not found my Gretsch that, agrees with me. Guitar Hack, only need a Super Strat for your Fender choice. I have that. I have my version of a Super. Yeah, thanks for that. All right, let's get on with the show, folks. My Super Strat would be probably the closest would be my Music Man. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just looking for tags, folks. It'll help me get through the chat quicker. Dan in New Jersey is here. Welcome. Yeah, it's ribeye time. Yes. And Daniel Horsley is here. If I haven't said hello. Sell them all, Guitar Hack. No, I can't do that, Todd. I got a gig in a couple of weeks, man. What am I going to use? I rock the blues. How about a 79 Gibson KM? What's the KM stand for? I rock the blues. Phil Mosley Music is in here. Blocky is in here. Wizard One Music. Okay, I think I got to the end. So, Phil Mosley Music. Folks, if you are not sub to Phil Mosley Music, I would suggest you do that. Phil Mosley Music has put out recently some fantastic backing tracks. I've been promising him I'm going to do one, and I will whenever I get a minute. But they're great. I've already got one ready to go. I got one loaded onto my software. I just got to play something over top of it. So check out Phil Mosley Music. He's got some fantastic backing tracks. If you want to, and then tag him and share and, yeah. So check out Phil Mosley Music. Yes, thank you, Nocturnal. I am on Facebook. I am also on Instagram. We're all awake now. Hi, Scott Connor. There you go, Quinn. Hey, Brian Landreth, how are you? LR Music, how are you? Ron Gillespie, how are you? Everybody's popping in here. You guys are awesome. KM model like Baker has. Oh, so you're talking P90s, P90, gold top. Okay, cool. Yeah, I kind of have that covered with my 2018 Classic. That covers that off. I guess, Janice, I guess all my backing tracks all needing a lead guitar. There you go. Hey, James Smith is here. How you doing? Lefty Mike is here. Have you ever thought about doing a parts caster? No, I'm not that type. I'm not that guy. I'm not a builder, you know? I don't really screw around much, even with the guitars I have. Usually I'll just give them to somebody, attack. I'll just do the simple stuff. So I've never really tried to put a guitar together. Waleed is here. How's it going? Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat. I'm at the bottom of the chat. Okay, cool. 80 people are watching. This is insane. Thank you all so much. You guys are fantastic. Thank you all so much. Hey, Phil Mosley, Phil Mosley Music. Can't wait to hear your track. Thanks for your kind words, man. You rock on the phone, so it's a bit hard to keep up. No worries, Phil Mosley Music. Anybody that takes the effort to put a backing track together for the community to play on, you got to give them a shout out, man. You got to give them a thumbs up because that's a lot of work, man. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Braxo, how many amps do I own? I don't own that many amps. 3. Marshall Origin. Marshall DSL 40. That's a head. The Marshall Origin head. A DSL 40 Marshall DSL 40 combo, and a Hughes and Kettner head, and I've got one cab with 212 with V30s. So I don't really own that many amps. I own a lot more guitars than I own amps. There's my brother from another mother. Jason Wade is here. Oh, it's a YMCA stretch? Guitar Hack, Baker's Les Paul, that Dark Burst is a KML. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Okay, thank you. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Okay. All right, let's do the YMCA. Let's get that over with. Guitar Hack, let's talk about how many amps are too many. All my closets have at least 2, 4. Oh my God. Man, one of the reasons why I only have 3 amps is I don't have a lot of space. Oh, that's crazy. ChickNGuitars, I said earlier there should be a guitar leasing company so you can trade in. That's a really good idea, Kailyn. Yeah, imagine that. You could lease a guitar, play it for a month or 2, then send it back. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. That would be awesome. Heck, just got back from Wally World. Pete needed some things. No worries, buddy. No worries. Brian Stewart's doing the wave. Guitar Hack, I do have a American Deluxe Strat HHSS that I never get rid of. Love my Strat like I love my new. Yeah, that's what you got to decide, what you love, Well, what I'm saying is if you've got multiple guitars, just try this as an experiment, right? I did it sort of, not mistakenly, but by fluke, because someone asked for a video of all my Gibsons. And as I'm going through them, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, this one, and then this one, and then, you almost felt like, man, what else do I need? And that's what I play. I don't play anything else. So why have them? They're just taking up room. And they could be in other people's hands and, being played and enjoyed. So that's what prompted me to, gave me the idea for this topic for tonight, right? Wolverella Guitar, like, why you didn't know your Marshall can be a coffee table Marshall? Well, yeah, why not? It'll go with my my Marshall fridge that I don't own. Yeah. Wizard One Music, I'm watching this instead of the Raptors. Yeah, so folks, I'm in Toronto. The Raptors are in the finals, and Since the Raptors aren't playing hockey, I'm not really interested. Sorry, I'm not into basketball. Thunderstorming so hard, the rain. Wow. You be careful, Bruce. Hope you're gonna be all right, buddy, man. You guys been getting some crazy ass weather there in the States. Hey, Ladybug is here. Nice to see you, Ladybug. Thanks for popping in. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, so there might be a guitar hack fire sale. Everything must go. No, I'm definitely gonna sell if one guitar for sure, if not maybe three of them. Maybe three of them. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Here's another thing I wanted to talk about. So I mentioned this at I think I talked about this at my after gig hangout on Sunday, but there was only a few people on there. So this is just something that, again, as being part of the community, if there's something that I learn, that maybe you're not aware of, it's all about sharing information and so on and so forth. So I for those of you out there that use pedals, probably, hey, Showman Blues, nice to see you too, buddy. Probably most of you use Pedal Train. And I'm saying that because Pedal Train is one of the bigger board makers out there, right? Now, here's the thing with Pedal Train. The boards they make, the aluminum boards, are fantastic. They're great. I've used it for years, comes with the Velcro. They kind of cheaped out in the last few years. They used to give you brackets for your power supply to mount underneath. They no longer do that, but that aside, Pedal Train, it's a lot of people use them. They're real popular. Here's the problem with Pedal Train, though. The boards are great. The bags are shit. Okay? So I got my Pedal Train bag right here. I just wanted to show you this. So this is my Pedal Train bag. And it is for the classic junior board. Okay? Now, pretty sturdy bag. Okay? I've used it for years. I gig a lot. I go to rehearsals twice a week usually. This thing has been out of the house, in and out of cars, back and forth a lot. Now, the bag itself is sturdy enough. That's not the problem. Here's the problem with the Pedal Train bag. Right here. That zipper. So what happens is the zippers on these things don't last. It's almost like, I don't know if I want to say this, but it's almost like they're designed not to last that long. Okay? They're faulty zippers. What they do is they give you a dual zipper. They give you one on one side. They give you one on the other side. So what happened with this particular one that I have is the zipper on the one side stopped working. And then I used the other zipper to go all the way around the case. And then that worked for a while. And now that doesn't work either. Now, here's the problem. You buy a Pedal Train bag. Once you put pedals on the board and you put it in the bag, it's like stuffing clothes in a suitcase. That zipper has to be heavy duty, and it has to be able to seal properly. And these zippers, they don't do it. Okay? They don't do it. They're not. I mean, if I just had a blank board with nothing on it, I would have no issues. But, I mean, if you're a gigging person, or if you go out to rehearsals and this and that, you're going to put patch cords in this bag. You're going to put maybe, like what I carry, an extra pack of strings in this bag. You're going to put maybe a loose pedal here and there, and your board is going to be loaded up, kind of like, if you can see behind me, kind of like that. So you really need that zipper to be heavy duty and to be able to close. But these things don't. After a while, the zippers wear out. So I was looking for a replacement. Now, if you were to buy, if I was to buy a replacement bag, first of all, for pedal train, you're not buying a replacement bag. You're buying everything. So you're looking at, in Canada, about 150 bucks roughly, which buys me the bag, buys me the board again, the package with the Velcro and whatever, zip ties and so on. You can't buy the bag separately, right? So I had a discussion with a music store employee, and he was telling me that these bags, I'm not the only one. They go all the time. Okay, they go all the time. And we actually, this guy was fantastic. We sat down and we looked at a bunch of dimensions and looked at what could be used to replace the pedal train bag. So a bag that basically does the same job, but it's not from pedal train. So I'm still waiting on a call. There's a company, and I'm sure there's more than this. Isn't the only solution, but there's more I'm sure there's more solutions out there. But there is a company called Temple Audio. If this happens to you, where you can order. Now, Temple Audio makes pedal. I mean, I'm sure some people in here know this company. They make bags. They make pedal boards. They do the same thing as pedal train, but they sell everything individually. So if you just want a bag, you're not going to pay the whole full price. The bags, depending on the size, and this is Canadian prices, are either like 60 or 80 bucks, depending on the size. So what this gentleman was nice enough to do was he's going to order in a bunch of these bags. So when guys like myself walk in and say, hey, man, I got my pedal train bag, its zippers aren't gone on it. He's going to sell these bags individually, and he's going to have different sizes for different boards. Now, again, there's other options to this. One option that I looked at was, again, depending on the size of the bag, size of the board, camera equipment bags work really well. And because it'll have the protection on it as well, right? Somebody was maybe like an oversized laptop bag would work as well, right? But that's kind of on the smaller side, right? But I'm just putting that out there. If you need another bag for your existing pedal board, okay, and pedal train bags are notorious for this. I mean, it's a known fact, okay? There are solutions out there, and Temple Audio, you can order them from Amazon, I believe. You can buy another bag. Just make sure it matches the dimensions of the bag that you have, maybe a little bit bigger just to be on the safe side. Because when you put things like, I don't know if you can see behind me, I got a mini crybaby wah. You got to have a bag that can close that over top of that properly. So that's just something that I learned, and I'm putting that out there if anyone has that situation, because I've been carrying that bag around, and the only thing that holds it together is the Velcro around the one handle. So I can't, in other words, sling it over my shoulder. And because of that not sealing properly, I actually ended up breaking my tuner pedal because the AC adapter jack that goes in the side of it, okay, got roughed up, and now the input of that adapter literally got ripped off the PC board inside. So me having a bad pedal bag cost me about 140 bucks just so I can replace my Polytune tuner. Okay, so there's consequences when your bag doesn't close properly or opens up on you, and and that bag has opened up on me and shit's fallen out. So I'm just putting that out there, you know. Hopefully it will help somebody, you know, but I'm just trying to share information with all you folks. So um okay, Brian Landreth doesn't want guitars, he wants hookers and blow. I get that completely. Waleed, I'm at my peak of gas. I own 40 guitars. Now I think about it, was almost an illness. Now I only have 5 that I think about 100%. Oh, that's awesome. You got it down to 5. Blackbird here, Guitar Hack. Okay. Carlos. Carlos is here. Welcome. Waleed, now I ask myself, can't the guitar I own do what the new one I'd buy already do? So I buy my nieces some gifts instead. Oh, that's awesome. Nocturnal, I detest plastic zippers. Yeah. Yeah, they're not good quality zippers. They should use the same zippers they use on like those suitcases, you know, that you can pound stuff into. A Lars guitar, replace all those pedals with an HX effects. Okay, so you're not the first to mention that to me, and you certainly will not be the last. I have not made the leap to HX, to Helix. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but not in the foreseeable future. But yeah, if I did, then it would be a non-issue. I agree. Brian, I have the Boss hard shell. Yeah, it only holds 7, and it's only molded for Boss. Yeah. Janice, her zipper is broken. There you go. Yeah, just getting caught up here, folks. Okay, Showman is talking about replacing the zipper. That's an option, I guess. Yeah, that's an option. Lars Guitar, Gator has pedalboard bags. Okay, great. There's another suggestion. Thank you for that. Gary Tholander, usually one good shoe repair shop can replace zippers. There's another option. Email Pedal Train. I could, but I mean, I've had this, you know, if it happened like a week after I bought it, but it's been years. But it shouldn't even go after a few years. Lefty Mike or anyone in the chat, have you ever had a guitar plucked? I plan on having one done at Sweetwater in September, going there for JJ Gray concert. I haven't had a guitar plucked. The Gibsons come pre-plucked. I know it costs a shitload of money to do it. Will you notice a difference? I guess it all depends on how bad your guitar is before it gets plucked. Gator makes bags for pedal boards. Thanks, Dave R. Guitar Hack, go to slipcover maker. Yeah, you mentioned that, Showman. Yeah, that's another option, buddy. Okay, I'm getting caught up here. Okay. All right. Brian Stewart, the Boss BCB60 takes any size pedals, built-in power supply, return loop. I know you don't. Lockable super step. Okay, cool, Brian. Okay, so we're getting near the end here. So a couple of things I want to announce. We still got 72 people. This is fantastic. Couple of things I want to announce, folks. So the Guitar Hack merch for cancer is ending tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. So what's going to happen is any merch that's bought up until say midnight tomorrow, that merch is going to go, that money is going to go to the Canadian Cancer Society. At this point, I've raised roughly Canadian money, 550, and sold 70, over 70 items. I think 71, 72 items. So I want to thank everybody that has purchased items. You guys absolutely rock. I've been asking you, if you haven't already, please send me a photo. Email me a photo. My email link is below. I will post it on my Guitar Hack Facebook page and on my Instagram. I want to thank you all for contributing to that cause. That was absolutely fantastic. You guys rock. So tomorrow's the last day. If it's something that you're thinking about, tomorrow's the last day. So what's going to happen? So just to go along with the Guitar Hack merch store. So what I plan on doing is after tomorrow, the Guitar Hack merch store is going to be closed. I'm going to close it down. It may reopen. If it does reopen, it's going to be with a slightly different Guitar Hack design, maybe some different merch. We'll see. I haven't thought that out completely. I have someone in the chat who's helped me out with that. We'll see how that goes. Okay, but in terms of the cancer fundraiser, it's going to be done tomorrow. And if you received, well, you'll know for sure if it's got the original Guitar Hack logo on it, and if it says Rock Off Cancer on it, then what you purchased, those monies went towards the Canadian Cancer Society. So I'm going to get that money paid out. I'm going to make a donation. I'm going to screenshot it, and I will show you everyone that the donation that we all as a community were able to donate. Okay. And again, I want to thank you all so much for that. That was absolutely fantastic. So that's one thing. Second thing, someone was asking me for picks the other day. I ordered some picks. I didn't order a lot. 20 of them are already spoken for. I've got 10 left. That being said, they haven't even been delivered yet. They should be here in another week or two. So if anyone is interested in picks, again, in the description below, I have a PayPal. Email me your address. Tell me how many picks you want. The gauge that I have left are 81 millimeters, which is like a medium to heavy. That's what I got left. So send me an email with your address. The PayPal is below. Again, I was saying at a show a couple weeks ago, yeah, the picks ain't cheap. I'll tell you right off the bat. I mean, and I'm not making any money on it, honestly. But you're looking at 3 picks are $10, 5 picks are 12. The best deal is 10 picks for $20. Okay, and that includes shipping. That's the big issue, is the shipping. That's why you get more picks. It gets cheaper as you buy more, because once you pay the shipping, you've paid the shipping. So that's sort of the stinker part of it. I might see if there's more demand for picks. I'm going to see if I can maybe find another place to make the picks. I got some other names here other companies to check out. Thing is, they're all in the States, and this guy's local, so that's kind of, I don't know. I might just be back to square one with the dollar exchange and all that, but we'll see. We'll see. So, anyways, if anyone is interested in picks, the PayPal, my PayPal is below, and the send me an email with your address so that I can email you the pics. Also, I'm going to Namm, as most of you know. So if anyone wants to, support the channel and help me with Namm, that would also be much appreciated. If not, don't worry, I'm still going to shoot videos, and I'm still going to put plenty of content up for you anyways. But that's there as well. What else is going on? I don't have a gig this weekend, so I actually have this weekend off, which is kind of nice. Actually, I think the next 2 weekends I have off, which is kind of cool. And I think that's about it. A couple of things. Next Tuesday, I will have a show at 7 p.m. If Dave R's Guitars, and he's still in here, Dave R's Guitars will be on my show on Tuesday next at 7 p.m. And if you're around, check out Dave R's Guitars. He's going live himself at 10:30 at night, which is like another hour and a half from now. So if you're still up and you can't sleep, and I think that'll be me, check out Dave R at 10:30 tonight. So check Dave R out. And that's it. I think that's it. Those are all my announcements. Clayton Picks in USA. Yeah, there's well, welcome, Islander Winder. NHK, welcome. Thank you all for I didn't catch you folks, but thanks for popping in. Sorry you're here at the end, but I'm kind of wrapping it up. But I really appreciate you guys coming in. I really appreciate everybody coming in. Harry Cox is here. Welcome. Ah, you got me, you bugger. Anyways, Jesus. I'm such a sucker. Anyways, thank you all so much for sharing this. You guys make my week every week. It's just so much fun. I enjoy the hell out of this. And Paul's guitar music too is here. Welcome. Nice to see you. Thank you all so much. You guys make my week every week. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully the weather will be good wherever you are. Hopefully everybody's healthy and happy. And we will catch you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Oh, Cosmo Music. If you're local, Cosmo Music is happening on Saturday. If you're local and you're going to Cosmo Music, please come and say hello. I will wear my Guitar Hack shirt. So if you can't recognize this, you'll recognize the shirt. So hopefully we can meet up with you at Cosmo Music. I will be there. All right. And a few of you will be in here. Brian Cote, I believe, is going. I believe Ben Coombs is going to go. Bobby Lopez, you're local. Nice to see. Zach Thong apparently is going to be there. So there'll be a few of us there. So if we all get together at Cosmo, that would be absolutely fantastic. All right. That's it. I'm out. Thank you all so much. You guys rock. And we'll catch you next week. Cheers, everybody.